Hey guys, coming to you from our road tripping vehicle again. It's about the only place we do these updates and vlogs now, but we've left Kimberley, BC in our Airbnb, which was, it didn't really wow us with its features, except for this amazing backspace with a huge hot tub.
We actually have to message the guy and say that we're gone.
Right, oh yeah, we should tell him we've left.
Totally forgot about that.
Good idea, Bookie. So if he watches this before he received the message, we're sorry about that. But it had this massive hot tub in this incredible sort of forest out the back, and we really took advantage of that. We had, from the Archangel Michael portal, Vortex, very sore legs and limbs and toes from a very, a very arduous descent down the mountain with very heavy packs. As you've probably seen in a different video, us griping about that, or me griping about it. But we're on the way to a Soyuz. I'm the griper. We're on the way to a Soyuz to link up with two of our new friends, but old soul family. I guess it's fair to say that, which we're very grateful for. They've offered up their house to us for a few days for our next leg of the tour for V9, Vortex 9, which is the Keramuse Mound, very, very elusive
yeah, nobody knows where it is.
Place, yeah. Go on, Pookie.
They just say, is it a legend or what? So I guess there's an archaeologist who has been studying that area, and they have a pretty good idea of where it would be located, somewhere between the Twin Lakes, Yellow Lake area, and then the Bromley Rock. There's kind of a national park there, and in the center of that, like in the valley, is the Keramuse. So we are, optimistic that we're gonna get again very close. But
so what's the history behind the Keramuse Mound?
So basically, the Spanish came up into the area, the Silcamine River, and the natives to that area, I guess, felt a little bit threatened by them, so the story goes. And there's markings that were found, like petroglyph style, like a couple 100 kilometers away, or like on a rock, that was depicted of basically kind of the Spanish being surrounded, and there was pictures of horses or dogs or whatever. But anyways, the tribe of indigenous to that land had, I guess, murdered, genocide, killed off all the Spanish people, and then buried them under this mound, and that was the history of the Spanish mound. But again, they think that this is what happened because of these pictographs and the history, and obviously probably some of the artifacts that they found in that area. But
could well be true.
Yet to find the mound.
Could well be true. We know that history has been radically manipulated by the DF, the Dark Forces, in many regards. So we don't know whether it's true, taking nothing away from the fact that it could be true and honouring that. So, Kelly was talking about that particular event. We feel that there could be a lot of trauma and negative energy at this particular vortex. There have been some people who've said and commented online, mainly I think, that this particular vortex is negatively polarized. So,
like clairvoyant people who live in that area and highly intuitive people have had a lot of negative feelings come up just being in that area. So you kind of take their word for it. Like they can feel the shift in the energy, and they can tell that odd things have taken place there, and there's a history, and it lingers in the land. So obviously David and I were called to go to this area for a reason. We never really know what that reason is until we get there, and maybe sometimes we won't even find out until after. But Obviously, we've met friends and we've connected with people in this region. So it really just feels like a coming together of soul family, a coming together of light workers and healers to really, anchor the light and make some changes and some ripples and waves, and we're doing it. So it's exciting. It's perfect.
Amazing, babe. Yeah, we've got about a 6-hour drive there or thereabouts, and nothing too crazy, but we
get a time change, so we gain an hour.
We'll split that up between us. But I want to talk to you guys quickly and round off here about that powerful global mass meditation we did last night. I had about 230 of you on live at our peak there, which is great, and we really initiated, if that's the right word, the Earth Alliance. And that was something that came through to myself and Kelly over the last 48 hours about really stepping up the awareness and the acknowledgement of the light workers, old souls, indigos, etc., wanderers, wayshowers, whatever you want to call people who are here to anchor the light, starseeds, and many other names. We're trying to get away from sort of labels and things, Kelly and I, at a radical pace. So I'm not going to go into that anymore. But yeah, the Earth Alliance is, I know, it's amazing views there. The Earth Alliance is, just to finish off what we couldn't finish off last night because it was raining very hard in our live and we were outside. So we had to back up before.
We couldn't hear each other, but when we played it back, we actually had really good audio.
Yeah, the microphone stood up very well. But it was very loud under our canopy there, and thank you those of you who joined that meditation for sticking with us. I think it was a powerful one. But I wanted to share with you just really our creed, if you like, or our daily practice of what it means to be in this Earth Alliance. Again, it's not a club, there's no governing body of it, there's no centralized piece to it. It is simply, like the Great White Brotherhood, those who are in hot pursuit of raising their vibration to the highest level to assist the planet. And as Barbara Marciniak talks about, it's really about, I'll give you a little view actually, I should probably give you a view of this because it's amazing where we're going through. I'm not sure if you can see this, but it's going through
it opens up again here.
An amazing little valley here with just beautiful, like,
David always,
of course I show you when the trees come over.
The view every single
Hold on,
time.
you can see it through here, but it's going to open up in a second. Hold on.
Is it?
It might not. It might.
Because when we were higher, it was much better.
All right.
I don't even know.
I'm going back because I can't actually see my way through the trees there. But I think I missed it. Sorry. We might get another view up here. But it is those people who are called to do this work. And as Barbara Marciniak talks about, as I was saying, it's about honoring Earth, and it's about those who choose to honor all things about Gaia at this time. And there are certain things which you can do to align yourself with this path of self-mastery. You don't have to do what we do, but I'm just going to share some of those things that we do in hopes that it will add value or stimulate further conversation around daily practice, potentially.
Okay, we can all, now you could probably show them the view.
All right, here we go.
See. Can you see anything?
Can you see that? I don't know. Maybe you can.
Just
I think
this big, beautiful lake.
You probably can. We just come out of Cranbrook and now we're
beautiful British Columbia.
We're in BC, obviously. We're about probably 10k out of Cranbrook now.
Sorry, babe, I keep distracting you. Do you know
That's
what
okay.
you were going to say?
Yeah, so these are the things that I'm going to share with you that we do for daily practice to really feel that we are part of this Earth Alliance. I like that the whole premise behind the Earth Alliance kind of gives you a little bit of a mission, if you like. It is difficult to find motivation for starseeds. Find it very difficult right now, as far as I've heard and as far as I experience, to do the daily mundane tasks and do things that are more bound in the material world, traditional work, employment and things like that, and they really are feeling a little bit like lacking in motivation, which I can certainly relate to. Okay, so these are some of the practices that Kelly and I do just because you don't do these doesn't mean you're not part of the Earth Alliance. As I mentioned, that's not a thing. It's really those who are doing this work in some degree to help Gaia shift. So these are some of the things that we do. Number one, as I mentioned, we are trying to steer away from all forms of labels and categorizations of things to give us our identity. We generally identify as souls living a human experience, male and female at this time, but we can appreciate both the divine masculine and the divine feminine integration. So that's the biggest thing. There's a huge sort of a number of gaps in society now that have caused humans have allowed themselves to be divided by these labels and categories and not genders, and things
like
that cause division.
95 genders now.
Yeah, so this is going to continue. It's one of the plays of the DF to keep humanity divided. The second thing is we
separate ourselves as soon as we create labels.
Yeah. The second thing is the practice of 12-strand DNA activation through the 12 chakra alignment. Those of you that do our weekly meditations will be familiar with this. This is from the Barbara Marciniak Pleiadian teachings. We do a 12 chakra activation, so 7 of the body and 5 higher rays, 5 of the outside realm, if you like, 5 outside the body. But the 12 chakra system linking to the 12-strand DNA template and bringing those online. A number of practices that we do for that. The next thing is to honor all life as part of the Earth Alliance, to honor every single part of life, from the blades of grass to, as David Hawkins would say, a little beetle, and even mosquitoes that are biting you and things like that, to honor the kingdoms of Gaia and the nature spirits in all ways. Not always easy, but something to think about. Self-mastery, we have a study, meditation and service and practice walk in life, and that's really trying to hold the 5D space at all times. It's not perfect by any stretch, but it is an intentional practice that we have, and it does help us show up more present in our own lives and other people's lives. And we have had tremendous feedback from people who spend time with us based on how they've been affected by how we are based on our daily practice, that anyone can do and not anything special. We follow a service to others path, so we like to bless others. We generally put others before us. We're very aware of impacting others positively or negatively, and we try and get anchored in serving others positively wherever we go. And go on.
I would just say it's not really putting others before us, because I truly believe in keeping your cup full and you giving yourself everything that you need, so that the overflow can just pour out onto others. So, choosing unconditional love is unconditional love for self and others, but just having that overall awareness of everybody else around you, so that when you're about to slam a door, you're not slamming it in someone's face,
right,
and you're just doing those little courteous things. So always giving, even if it's just a compliment or holding a door open, or letting the person take the lane in front of you. It's just
adding value to people's lives.
Adding value, yes, and being of service in any way you can, which is just giving where you can, and it's always giving the excess. But I really truly believe it's keeping ourselves full, because when you're in a bad space, it's really hard to. Yeah.
So Pookie brings up a great point, and it was actually what I meant, so it's allowed me to clarify that.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's great. I didn't explain it enough. So yeah, it's after your cup is full, is to put others first. Now that will allow you to show up fully present, fully activated, fully, hopefully, anchored in the right space. Because if you don't do that, you'll stretch yourself thin, and you'll do others a little bit of a disservice.
Well, you said, put others first, sometimes before ourselves. And in cases like today, when I gave you the whole wheat bagel because there was only one left.
No, it's fine to put others before you if your cup is full. There's
Right.
no problem with that at all. So anyway, that's clarifying that. Moving on, because it's kind of obvious, but an important point to clarify. Thank you. And we have a strict focus on the new Earth. So we generally, if at all, now and again we don't watch the mainstream feeds of what's going on in the world. Now we do follow some people on social media, but it's becoming less and less and less, in my opinion. I couldn't tell you what's going on in the world right now. I haven't checked, because the DF absolutely get you, people who are not awake, or people who are awake, to do the creating of the Matrix for them. Your consciousness is the 3D printer for the reality they want to create.
They plant the idea of fear, and then we feed the fear.
Right. So we create everything for them pretty much, and once you become aware of that, you can become aware of it and still do it, which doesn't make a ton of sense. Or you can really get strict and intentional about putting all your focus into the creation of the new Earth, and part of it is getting out of the negative. So,
and what David means is, by focus, is that everything is energy. So where you spend your energy, your time, your attention, what you focus on exactly, are you feeding the 3D system hamster wheel, or are you feeding the 5D new Earth, unconditional love, unification, law of one?
Absolutely. Yeah, well said. I totally agree. And so that's those are our daily practices, guys. If you want to send us
One more.
Go on.
Gratitude.
Yeah, it's part of mastery.
Okay.
But no, she's right. Gratitude is a huge one. And that's a really good way of stepping back into the 5D space and being present in that space, being very grateful for whatever it is. Your spouse, yourself, your health. You can find 20 things right now to be grateful about. And it is a great catapult back into that heart center. So that's an important one. I think that's part of the self-mastery game, but still worth mentioning. But yeah, those are some of the things that we do. If you want to send us a message with some of the things that you do, we'll gladly receive it. We're always learning. And yeah, we're just blessed to be on this journey with you. This Earth Alliance is an interesting concept to us that came through. And we may well print some t-shirts and do some fun stuff with that. So watch this space with our new website coming.
Look forward to the poll coming to follow.
We'll talk about that later. Anyway, so we're signing off. I probably have no cell phone to post this, so it might come a bit later today, but cell phone signal. But anyhow, we're just blessed to be able to share this journey with you. Got the camera right here. Sorry, this gimbal's quite sensitive. And we will keep these updates coming. If there's something that you want us to do an update on, please send us a message, sunflowerlifedk@gmail.com, or individually, david@thesunflowerlife.com, or kelly@thesunflowerlife.com. Shout out to, what was that coffee company?
It's called The Coffee Can.
The Coffee Can in Kimberley there. Wonderful bunch of ladies, and a wonderful coffee and a bagel that Kelly and I had on the way out to fuel us on our trip to Soyuz. So we love you guys. We'll catch you soon. Send us a message, and we will see you on the path. Happy trails towards the light.